Hey everyone, welcome back. And this is my review of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works Episode 6. Okay, I know how some people are actually getting pissed at me dissing on Shirou for some reason. So, I guess I'll compliment him. And yes, this is a genuine compliment. I'm surprised. Like, when I watched Studio Dean's series, I literally had nothing good to say about him. At all. Nothing. There was nothing good about his fucking character in that series. I do have a slight compliment for him here, though, okay? Now, this does not make him a great character, mind you, okay? It really doesn't. He still has a long ways to go before he'll be a great character in my eyes. It's a start, though, okay? It's a start. And what I mean is he was actually able to sense Archer. Okay, a servant, a really powerful servant who was invisible. He was actually able to sense him, so I have to at least give him a tiny bit of credit for that, I suppose, okay? Let me just say that, okay? So anyways, moving away from that, because unless he becomes a great character, I prefer not to compliment him for any longer than I absolutely have to. So let's move away from that for the time being, because quite a bit happened in this episode. Okay, we got Caster, finally. Okay, at the end of this episode, Shirou ends up going up against Caster, but failing horribly, and so Archer has to come in and save them. Because if you remember in the last episode, Shirou and Rin basically have a truce going on until they track down this servant who's been causing disturbances in the town, alright, Fuyuki City, and take him or her out. That's revealed to be Caster. However, Saber ends up confronting Assassin in this episode. Now, I'm not going to spoil for you exactly how those two are connected, but those two are connected, alright? Assassin and Caster are connected. And Caster does say something in this episode that kind of hints towards that, which is when she berates Assassin for not taking care of Archer like I guess he was ordered to. Although Saber's confronting Assassin, and Saber is going to have no fucking chance against... Assassin, oh my god. I feel ashamed now. Assassin is gonna have no fucking chance against Saber. Okay, seriously. So yeah, and that fucking cliffhanger where Archer is confronting Caster and then they just end it was a real dick move. What's with all of the cliffhangers this week? Seriously. That was a real dick move. But other than that, we did get that confrontation at the end. We also got Shinji revealed as a master in this episode. The master of, I'm just going to say it, Rider, okay? I know it's kind of a spoiler. I don't care. He's the master of Rider. Oh, I don't think... Have we seen the master of Caster yet in this series? I don't in this series right here, I don't remember. I know who it is. I don't remember if we have or not. We definitely don't know that he's the master yet. Technically speaking, for people who are new to Fate Stay Night here, okay. So I'm not going to spoil that part. But Shinji, grade A fucking douchebag, seriously. Oh my god. Like, actually a lot of people have been saying this, and this does kind of make sense. He's kind of similar, his personality is kind of similar to the in Fate Zero, the Master of Lancer, Kenneth El Meloy Archibald. His personality is so fucking similar to that. Although I think Kenneth was an even bigger dick. But seriously, Shinji Mato is just such a fucking dick in this episode. Seriously, the way he was making fun of what that one chick, I forget what her name is, who was basically assaulted. He insinuates that she was fucking raped, and he doesn't even seem to care. And it's insinuated that he sent his servant Ryder in to do that. Okay. So, yeah. Wow. A huge fucking dick. Okay. He also reveals to Shirou in this episode about the Yamato family and whatnot. And he tells him a little bit about that. Okay. So, other than that, also we do get a little bit of training with Shirou in this episode. Saber agrees to train Shirou so that he can at least defend himself a little bit better. So it's kind of cool that Shirou's actually going to get some training from King Arthur. Okay, I have to admit that it's kind of cool. That doesn't make his character any better, at least not yet, but it is kind of cool that he's at least going to get this training from her. And of course he gets his ass kicked in this episode, which I found quite enjoyable. So, yeah, but overall, I really love this episode once again, okay? Fate Stay Night is my shit, and this episode was amazing like all the others previously, okay? Honestly. I am kind of interested to see exactly how long this truce between Shirou and Ren's gonna last. And I know that before anyone says anything to me, I know that this is the route where Ren and Shirou fall in love. I'm completely aware of that. So shut up. I don't need you to fucking tell me that, okay? But I really love this episode. I couldn't get enough of it. It was so fucking amazing. It did not last nearly long enough. It did not. So yeah, so right now, as far as we know in this series, okay, we know... have we seen every single one of the servants? Caster, Rider, Assassin, Archer, Saber, Berserker, and Lancer. Yeah, we've seen all 7 of the servants. In terms of masters, we still need to really see 2 of them though. The Master of Caster and the Master of Lancer. There is no Master for Assassin. I'll tell you that, but I'm not going to tell you exactly why. That will be revealed later on. And that has to do with the connection between Caster and Lancer that I mentioned previously in this review, okay? Or Caster and Assassin, I mean, sorry. So, yeah, but anyways, if you've yet to see this week's episode of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, then I definitely recommend that you do. I thought it was amazing as always. Seriously, I know it seems like I'm fanboying over this and kissing its ass, but that's only because it deserves it. And I want to say one more quick thing about Shirou here at the end, okay? I know a lot of people don't like how much I bash on Shirou, okay? Clearly these people have never seen Studio Dean's adaptation of the Fate route. Because if they did, then they'd probably understand completely. I'm talking about the series, not the movie. I haven't seen the movie. I probably will just because I'm interested to see how bad that the movie, Unlimited Blade Works movie really is. But I'm talking about the series, which I really love the series. The biggest thing that held it down for me was Shirou. If these people have actually seen the series, then they probably understand why. And I have heard since then that actually in the visual novel Fate Stay Night, in the Fate route, he's exactly like that. So they didn't actually butcher his character like I've been told before. And in this route, he did kind of halfway develops, and in the Heaven's Field route, in the superhero ending, he's supposed to develop, like it's a complete 180, night and day, compared to his character in the beginning and his character in the end. So I do think that's kind of interesting. I wanted to mention that real quick. If Shirou becomes a great character, I will have no issues praising him later on. I'm not kidding. In fact, at the beginning of this review, I did compliment him slightly. Okay, and obviously, I'm just joking. Well, I'm not just joking around. I hated his character in that series, but I'm just having a little bit of fun here, you know, because, and it does seem like they're at least trying to develop him, or at least characterize him, because character development and characterization are 2 different things. Character development is character change. He hasn't really changed yet, so I can't really call it character development, but at least there's hints towards it in this episode. At least I can say that much about it, okay? So, I cannot wait for next week's episode, too, by the way. Okay, the series is amazing, and it's going to be so sad when it's done. But luckily it's not going to be done for a while. It's only episode 6. Technically 7, I guess. And I think there's going to be 20... I think there's technically going to be 27 episodes. Episode 1 through 26, and then episode 0 at the beginning. So I think there's technically going to be 27. Which is good. That means it's going to last for a while. So yes, but anyways... Overall, you know, other things great as always. The animation's outstanding as always. The music's fucking amazing as always. The voice acting, everything like that is fucking amazing as always. So anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. These after guys, thank you for watching. Oh, one more thing I actually do want to mention. Almost forgot about this. Something that Archer says in this episode is actually really interesting. Something I as a Fate fan already know of, obviously. But he basically berates himself by saying that servants are basically have no free will. Alright? They are eternally bound to their masters until the war is over. That all servants or heroic spirits, or most of them anyways, have some reason for wanting to acquire the Grail. They have they died in their previous life with some unfinished business, and so therefore they do have lots of regrets. I say most of them because obviously Ryder from Fate Zero said he had no regrets. In fact, he was against having regrets. And there's actually lots of servants in Fate Stay Night, most of them in fact, actually don't seek the Grail for anything. Archer's one, I'll tell you right now, Ryder's also another one, okay, in which they don't seek the Grail for anything, really. But yeah, he basically said that they die with regrets, and then they're summoned to the Holy Grail War to be the eternal servants of their masters until the war's over. So yeah, it's kind of fucked up if you really think about it that way. Okay, how these servants are, how these heroic spirits are treated. Okay, I don't remember what other servants do have reasons for acquiring the Grail or their reasoning. All I know is that Saber does want to, obviously. Although, for people who haven't watched Fate Zero or Fate Stay Night before, I'm not going to spoil for you what that reason is. But she does have a huge reason for it. I'm not sure which others do, though, or their reasons for it. But anyways, though, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See, that's you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.